No, I think that they just want that as an option.
Word of the day, Your Honor. Is everybody ready for a great meeting?
Yes.
We have a really good roster today for speakers and legislators. We even have a CPS Ray Smith as our president. Take over.
Hey, how y'all doing? Where'd my agenda go? Don't make me throw a gavel down. Okay. Our invocation and pledge today is from Toastmaster Carmelo Valaro III.
Lord, give us strength today. Give us peace. Give us Donia. Guide us through the maze that is life, and give us the will and the confidence to get through the tough times and bless the greatest nation in the world, the United States of America.
There.
Please face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. And our toast today is from Toastmaster Captain Rubel.
Negative. May we all have excellent health, good fortune, and joy. Thank you.
Next thing. Speaking of big positive, you know, I saw the other day where a neutron walked into a bar and ordered a beer. He said, "How much?" Bartender said, "No charge." Some of y'all got that one. All right, so one of the exciting things about a new regime, new world order, is we get officers that are new all the way up to the top. And we are privileged today to have the Area 4 Director joining us, the woman in the mask, Toastmaster Cindy Paulson. We promised some goodies for our vice presidents and membership and marketing. Thank you for coming, and if we have time, we'll catch up again with you if you have comments at the end of the meeting, okay? Cool. All right. We have got a couple of members that have or had COVID within the last couple of weeks. Okay? Well, Zara Lakadoo was on the downside, and I got an email yesterday from Kathleen Lakadoo that she's got it. She hopes to be here in another week or so. You might notice the snowman is not here this week, Carson Schaefer, because he's home taking care of his wife who's got full-on COVID. So, DTM Blake Smith's message for the day is use common sense, stay out of each other's faces, and if someone doesn't want to shake hands, if they want to rub elbows or whatever, respect that. It's still out there. We want to get rid of it, get the herd covered, okay? Cool. We all agree? Everyone say aye? Aye. All right, then you know what's going to happen. I'm not even going for the day. All right, our Toastmaster today is an old friend of mine. We've known each other for back when he bought his first tie. Our Toastmaster today is able Toastmaster Charlie Huckabee. He's been a resident of Winter Park for many years, and he is the ignominious president that guided us through the stormy waters when we converted from an all-male club to a co-ed club. So he's got some experience under his belt. Please join me in welcoming your friend and mine, ATM Charlie Huckabee. Good morning, President.
For the day. We're here. Good morning, Toastmasters. How's everybody? Good? All right. So I'm happy to be Toastmasters this morning. And the agenda for today is introducing the grammarian, which is Sean Tucker. Go to Sean Tucker.
Point of order today, which is going to be a well of mine. Well of mine. I don't have a well of mine. Someone have a better description of what it is. Beautiful thinking. Also, no incorrect and colorful use of language, and give a brief report at the end of the meeting. Thank you. I'll be at the end.
Timetable. Our on tabulator is Tim Giner. Toastmaster Tim Giner. You are one.
I'll speak this. No. Anybody? Yeah. Okay. Also, I must never make one meeting. Also, no sense to strung together with and or so. Fraction. They are close to.
Timer. No, timer is Toastmaster Jordan. Yeah.
If you stop a 5, you will get the green light at 30 seconds. The yellow light is 45. You'll get the red light at 1 minute. You're disqualified at
1 minute, 30 seconds.
You'll get the green light at 1 minute, yellow light at 1:30, and the red light at 2 minutes. You will be disqualified at 2.5. You are going to get the green light at 5, yellow light at 6, the red light at 7. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 ain't 9. And at 7:30 you will be. And I'm going to use the word. Like catapulted me into a state of blissful him. You know, you got it when you pass it over to the big.
The Central Liberian Toastmasters. Market.
Digger, I'll keep track of those who word of the day. Don't use it, we'll charge it.
I'll also back up. That Baker, Brad, everyone. Already expressed. After evening. Good. The moment we've all been waiting for. You know, they say, you hang out in the barber shop long enough, you're gonna get a haircut. Our second public master today is past president and area director, Toastmaster, Alex Toastmaster. Alex was in Vegas last week, and when they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, they're talking about your money. Please welcome Toastmaster Alex McGraw. Good morning. That's true. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and tabletop esteem this morning will be money, because every time I look around, I'm spending money. Oh. First table topic. Just hit the jackpot for $100,000. What do you do? Now, Toastmaster, you're bunk.
It's actually happened once. But it wasn't dollars, it was actually doll hairs. So I ended up getting this massive crate of children's dolls shipped to my house. It was incredible though, because I was able to not only play with them myself, but I was able to invite my friends. We all had a great party, lots of doll play. My favorite was the big hand in the kitchen. We can talk about that later. And the best part about the shipping of dolls is that after I finished playing, I was able to catch it on fire and have a bonfire with the rest of my friends that day. So it was all done the same day. It's a great experience. And I'm so glad that you asked. So thanks for asking.
You have 24 hours to save $50 million. Toastmaster, mark here.
So what is, yeah, it's not money is the root. What?
Love of money.
Right. We're gonna get on the and we're gonna make a decisive decision for where we want to go around this quarter with a board plan. How about that? So, you know, I think several months ago, I would not further go into depth, but tell you what, we would have a blast, $50 million. I don't even know where I would begin outside of that. But it would be amazing. Where would we? Oh, yeah. All right. So that's where I would be.
You can own an item with whoever you want to be on with that item. Put in the item.
Toastmaster, Roy Shear.
Hey.
Happy buy a copy, but I'm gonna die of old age before I get a copy.
That's this afternoon.
A lot of people use this to log it out of the way. Radio, I'm here to, I'm here to annoy you.
of the, hold on, because that's the same question you asked me. Who would you most like? to have dinner with? And it could be anyone, alive or dead. Ron said, well, of course, I would have dinner with somebody alive. Jordan, you laugh my turn.
You know you got one, baby.
Have fun. Russell said, I've been rich and I've been poor. I like rich better. Jordan Damaker said, we would play great. Oh. Money is like a sixth sense, out of which you cannot make full use of the other five. Is the coffee ready?
You woke up the next day and all your money was gone, what would you do? Toastmaster, Benjamin, Yeruti.
Oh, what a joyful day.
Please hold your applause until after the Toastmaster speaks. Thank you. For time, yeah. If you could pay $10 to bring someone back from the dead, who would it be? Toastmaster Linda Miller.
Bring back a like my growth. Look back on I how because I would go into the cupboard and there was not a lot, but grandma always
If Toastmaster's fee every morning was $15, would you still attend this meeting? Toastmaster Benjamin Hughes.
And to be honest, I can just say that I paid for it. So, like $15, I'd still show up. It's worth it to come here and on your speaking. The amount of value you get, the better you become as a speaker is way more important than $15 to spend. I think that $15 like
that you were correct. Toastmaster John Patel. Okay. Finally. Fine out here. And one of the things I did was, it's Friday, and I looked it up, and I looked up next Friday. And after I made the reservation, and paid and everything, I told my son, I'm coming there, and he goes, "Dad, it was this Friday." And he told me it's next Friday, what's happening? Oh my God, it cost me $125 to make the ticket. Anyway, those people are crooks. Oh, then I found out I gotta wear a mask all the time. Wedding is in 1 hour, and you just lost your wife's $50,000 wedding ring. What do you do? Toastmaster. Well, Kim.
Well, first of all, you learn how to spend 4 or 5 times on this thing, put the extra zero on that line. The other question I heard earlier was, you know, 24 hours to spend $50 million. I just had my wife to spend it in 24 minutes. I said, you must find me because something every day. You know? So that's all I have to say.
$20 to master a skill in 2 minutes. What would that skill be? Postmaster, then you call. Area director.
I never been an opportunity to try. But if I was fluent, they could even be one more singer, I could dance, you know, all of that, even everyone there. In. Table covers, yeah.
Some table topics. Oh, did Mr. Timer, did everyone qualify?
Everybody qualified, you guys are great.
Order.
Guys, don't forget to fill out the comments. We will read the instructions.
Seven, sir. Solid color.
The organized speech segment of our meeting today. Speaker number one, Toastmaster Dan Wallace, delivering his fourth icebreaker. What is it? From the comedy track on Pathways entitled, "If at first you don't get it right, try again." Please welcome Toastmaster Dan Wallace. Never much like my name, Andy Wallace. Then later on, Dan Wallace. Funny. What I like are the double barrel of Andrew Lloyd Webber, Zeta Jones, Billy Bob Thornton. I like those things. So, now on, what you all call me, Daniel Day Wallace. And speaking of Billy Bob Thornton, I do this character all the time. Sometimes I go in and out of Billy Bob Carl Childers' character, who was, you might remember, Sling Blade. So I'm going to get into character. Take it away, Carl. They call me Sling Blade. Some people call it a gun blade. I call it Sling Blade. You know what? Growing up, I didn't know the meaning of words. When I was in Sunday school and they were talking about ministering to the lepers, I thought they said leopards. Just thought. You know, I don't know how they get them sit still like that. Listen to a sermon. And if I listen to the news, I hear talking about guerrilla warfare. What I saw was 500-pound gorillas, rifles, little vests, wearing army hats. And you know it. I got to be honest with you, I'm going to. It does sound like maybe like Indian would name his daughter. That would be Dog, not Feather. Dog, not Feather, okay? And it didn't get much better as I got a little older. I got my first job. I was considered hard to employ. So I went to an employment agency and they found somebody willing to take a chance on me. Elevator company. Experiencing ups and downs. But seriously, I was so excited to get that job. First day I got there early. I walk in the door and the first thing happens, I'm attacked by the guard dog. I'll look into that. I don't remember how it was. Next day I go in. I'm cleaning some parts and such, but when it blew, my pants catch on fire. Needless to say, they're working on Thursday. And then quite recently, I decided I was gonna give me a job, trying to do for it. Yeah. Multitasking, not so much good for me, but I thought I'd try it. Go pick up my first fare into the next subdivision of Winter Park on Wednesday. Two couples want to go to the airport. Oh, I load them up. Luggage in the trunk. I'm backing out the driveway. Two flower pots in the driveway. You know, when I get one of those. This person flower pot. Damage to my car. So, take it to the airport, drop them home. I spend the rest of the night, little small fairs, drugstore this one, grocery store that one. And the last fare was a good one. I thought it was being good. I took this girl up at Lockers Stadium. And drop her off out of college. So, about halfway near here in morning. Sure enough, she vomited back in my car. So I drop her off, I'm driving home. Told myself, okay, Danny, what? Or Daniel Day, too. What did you learn today? Spent 9 hours, use your own game. $200 for the damage of your car. And it's 1 in the morning, you clean the bottom. Needless to say, there weren't no second day. And the apple, it don't fall far from the tree either. I got a little grandson. 7 years old. I've been helping him with his homework. And what is the word of the word of the day was a spelling word. Mastication. Kind of made me laugh. And then I asked him to pass me a tube of caulk. He looked at me funny. He says, "Papa, that's a bad word." Then I shared my heart with him. I said, "I've been working my whole life. I want to do something just for me, something I like, something I'd be good at." He said, "What would that be, Papa?" I always wanted to become a therapist. Well, he shot me a look. I guess he don't like actors. If we optimize the group, we grew up. So, I am Daniel Dave Wallace. I'm performing at the Stack Comedy Lab on August 4th at 7 p.m. You gotta buy a ticket, $5. And since I have a little time, I'd like to take some questions from the audience. Yes, sir. Well, I don't reckon I'll be needing to kill nobody. Oh, you are a funny guy. Have you always been funny in the class file? My sister was better at me at everything. But what was left? Let's be the clown. Yeah, I took what was given me. Thank you. Yes, Kim.
Seems like a very good speaker. What are you thinking right now?
I reckon I could use me another couple cans of that potted meat if you got any extra. Yes.
Carl, what's your favorite meal?
You all know this one. I like them French fries later. Thank you. What about those? Number 2 is fellow Winter Park Toastmaster, Miss Diane Melody, go, a retired Seminole County Deputy Sheriff, presently in Central Florida, Realtor. Right. She will be speaking about an experience she had as an enforcement officer in reference to a heartfelt well-being check, quote unquote. Let us please welcome Diane Goldman.
Everyone. I'm here to share with you my sense of well-being check on will be using codes and no names due to the nature of the call. 6213. This means 6213 Seminole. This is also 1051 to 123 Apple Valley Drive for well-being check. 6213 Seminole, 1051. Okay, I'm on my way. 6413 Seminole, 1051 to back. Another unit is going to arrive to assist me. 6213 Seminole, I am here. I arrived. I stepped out of my patrol vehicle and smelled an extremely strong foul odor. I stepped out of my car and immediately prepared myself to what is about to come next. I placed cherry Vaseline around my nose, my upper lip, and put my gloves on. I grabbed my CPR mask. 6213 to 6413, your ETA. I wanted to know the deputy's estimated time of arrival is. 6413 to 6213, ETA is about 2 minutes. 6213 Seminole, roll FDs and have them staged. I may have a possible S7. I will advise. I observed several newspapers on the front lawn. I checked the mailbox and it was full of mail. The first letter was dated Sunday and the last letter was dated Saturday. It was about 7 days of unclaimed mail. 6413 to 6213 Seminole, 1097, the other unit arrived. I and 6413 conducted an outside perimeter check of the residence. The front door windows were secured. The outside was free of danger. We forced the front door open and gained entry. The odor was overbearing. We also cleared the inside perimeter of the residence and there were no signs of danger. 6213 Seminole, it is safe for FD to approach. We observed by the window Ms. Smith bumped over in her wheelchair. The sun was beaming above her head with a halo of tiny flies swarming around her. And her saliva slowly dripped from her mouth onto the floor. Ms. Smith's body was already in rigor, stiffness of limb, mortis of death state. There were no signs of foul play or injury to her body. The FD pronounced Ms. Smith deceased at the scene. Next, we had to place Ms. Smith on a gurney. FD on one side, paramedics on the other, I behind Ms. Smith, and 6413 in front of her. Now, we are ready to place Ms. Smith on the gurney. And at the same time, on the count of 3, all together as a team. However, 6413 expression gestured he was about to vomit. I yelled, "Not now, hold it." Then FD advised, do not touch the large blisters on her surface skin. You do not want to burst the blisters. This is the loosening and slippage of large sheets of skin which remain barely attached to the deterioration frame underneath. We put a sheet around her body to protect the blisters and us. Now again, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Immediately I pulled Ms. Smith's back collar and the others pulled the sheet and 6413 lifted the wheelchair. Ms. Smith's head tilted back, then a large fly flew out of her mouth. 6413 ran into the bathroom for obvious reasons. We did not want the family to see Miss Smith the way we found her. So we all preserved Miss Smith's dignity even after death. She was secured to the gurney and MD transported her to the hospital. There, the medical examiner can perform an autopsy to find the cause of death and issue the family a certificate of death. There, her family can see her clean, in peace, and pay their respects. My suggestion to everyone, do a daily well-being check on your loved ones, either by phone, text, or email. I recommend showing them how to video chat because they love to hear your voice, see your smiling faces. Remember, a smile is a little curve that sets a lot of things straight. Thank you.
Speaking of agree, Toastmaster Tim Linker. Tim has been a Toastmaster for going on nigh 4 years. And has given nearly 50 speeches across multiple clubs. Wow. Tim is currently not serving on any Toastmaster boards, thank God. He's slowly becoming a better speaker, slowly, very slowly. His speech is from Pathways, level 3, engaging humor. The module is engage your audience with humor, and it is titled Life. Please welcome Toastmaster Tim Linker.
Morning, Toastmaster.
Yes, sir.
Life. In this case, Alaska. This got back from my 2-week vacation to Alaska. And Alaska is absolutely the most beautiful state in the United States. I've been there 3 times. Majestic mountains. Rivers. Fresh air. Words just can't describe it. As I've said, I've been there 2 other times, and I was planning on going one more time this trip. And after this trip was done, I decided to go at least one more time, and I'll probably just keep going. It's absolutely the most amazing state. Flew into Anchorage, immediately rented a car, went east towards Canada. First stop was the Copper River. Now, the only reason I decided to go to Alaska this time was to catch a fish. The king salmon, the largest of all of the king salmon species. My wife was really not interested, but she wanted to go to Alaska. But it's a package deal. She's going fishing too. We hire a guy, we go out to the Copper River. Now the locals, the fish, they spawn up the rivers. There's just millions of them. And you've seen the bears, right? They can catch them. Well, the locals use a net, just scoop them out of the water. But tourists have to use a fishing rod and a string. Except if you understand the salmon species, they're out in the ocean for years. They come up to fresh water and there's so much strength and they're not hungry. Their only job is to go up the stream and spawn. They're not biting. But what are we doing with fishing poles? We gotta snag them. I kid you not. You gotta throw that string out there and snag them. I fished and I fished and I fished. Almost immediately, my wife caught one. She got the sockeye salmon, which is the best tasting salmon. Yeah, good fish. I was there for 3 hours while I was watching her catch her fish and taking off about this big. And we do have fishing stories, by the way. And while I was watching her take that fish off her hook, I caught one accidentally. I was just dangling from it. And guess what I got? I caught the king salmon. I did. Yeah. It was about this big. This is a true story. It was this big. But I caught a king salmon 3 hours out there. The guy caught one. He was doing the same thing us. He was trying to catch one too. But he caught one. My wife caught one. We go back to the cabin. We build a bonfire. We decided to have a romantic evening. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. Summertime in Alaska is called the midnight sun. Why is that? Because the sun never sets. Well, I don't want to know this. So I'm sitting there by the campfire and I have a bottle of wine, trying to be romantic. And I have the glass of wine for my wife and I take 4. Now I on the other hand, trying to cut back a little bit, so I just had a half. Now, so we're trying to get roasting marshmallows, and I noticed my wife's starting to get tired, and I'm still trying to get her to finish the first glass. She said, realized it's 12:15. Had no idea, absolutely no idea. So we went to bed pretty quickly. We still had a fish and a half left. Had a lot of fish. Froze it. We had a freezer in our cabin. We froze it with the idea if we don't eat it in the next day or two, we're going to ship it back to Orlando. Yeah, bad idea. Bad. Yeah. So, went on to, well, what's the name, the nickname for, what's in the name? What's the nickname for Richard?
You know it.
Yeah, so we passed halfway between Fairbanks and Talkeetna. We passed Skinny Richard's halfway in, the hotel there. Anyway, we got to Talkeetna. First stop was a bar. We learned something. Anybody know what that bell means at a bar? If you ring it, it's sort of like the bell at Arby's. You get good service, you ring the bell. Oh no, not in this local town, Talkeetna. You ring the bell, you buy everyone a round of drinks. Oh, I ring that bell, and people just yeah. So my wife wasn't very happy, and I said I didn't know, and I said no fine. And the bartender got nasty. Well, long story short, I'm not invited back to Talkeetna. Down to Anchorage. It's Tuesday, the day after July 4th. It's time to ship the fish back. I got a 5-pound block of dry ice. I'm thinking 2 days. I take the fish and I wrap it up in my clothes that I don't need necessarily. Try to keep the fish as cold as possible with the dry ice. Oh, that's a souvenir. We're going to give this away later. In any case, I wrap up the fish with dry ice. I put it in a shipping box. It's supposed to be there Thursday. I get back on Saturday. I ship it to my mom. My mom's gonna take care of the fish. Well, she calls me on Monday after we get back, by the way, and she says your box finally arrived. That's all good. You open it, and, make sure the fish is still good. Go in the freezer. She said, no, the postman left it on the gate. Yeah, so I rushed over there. Sure enough, there was a box. The postman had wrapped the box in plastic and then in a second bag. And then there's a box. So I opened it up. So this is when the fight. That's when the fight started. I was able to say. I was able to save my shirt. I washed it 3 times then. Anybody next? Oh, wait. There's more. I had a whole bunch of insulation in there. I got this shirt. Anybody interested? This one or this one? It's got a nice color to it. In any case, for those of you that listened to my last speech, yes, I did bring back some elastic, laceful, faithful mud, $4 a piece at the store. Thank you. I'm packing up. I'll be out of here in 5 minutes.
Exhale. All right, our fourth speaker, Toastmaster Tim Taylor. Tim has been a Toastmaster for the last 3 years. Tim also owns an IT and cybersecurity company that he started literally out of the trunk of his car 21 years ago. Today, he has 11 employees and they support and provide IT support for over 1,500 individual employees at over 100 companies. Today, Tim will share some truly scary information on cyber attacks and how bad they've gotten and how you can take steps to prevent them. We'll then wrap it up with some lighthearted computer humor. All right, can't wait. Computer con. All right, well, please welcome Tim Taylor, and our Toastmaster Tim Taylor, and our current club secretary, Tim Taylor. And the title of the speech is Spam a Lot. So spam a lot. Please welcome.
Good morning, Toastmasters. Good morning. Let me give you a number. 300,000. 100,000. That's how many new spam, and that's how many new viruses hit the internet every single day. Every single day. Who doesn't think that spam is a problem? Spam email. The bigger problem, it's a bigger problem with viruses. Let me give you another number. 122.3 billion. 122.3 billion. That's over 50% of all the emails sent around the world every day is spam. 50%. The world's population is only about 8 billion. About 6 billion of those are adults, and about 4 billion of them have an email. That means every 15 minutes, every email box on the planet receives spam. If you take 1.5 seconds to delete an email, everybody in the world has to do that. That equals 6 billion seconds. That's 69,000 days or 190 lost productivity around the world every single day. So think spam's not a problem? Just a little bit of annoyance? Let me tell you that you're wrong. Productivity is not the only loss. Who's heard of ransomware? Everybody, right? You know that 9 out of 10 ransomware attacks were started by someone receiving a spam email and clicking on the attachment. 9 out of 10. In 2017, there was a ransomware attack every 40 seconds somewhere in the world. Last year, it was every 9.6. That adds up to 340 million ransomware attacks in 2020, which is a 62% increase over 2020. This is exponentially getting worse. Everyone heard of the Colonial Pipeline attack, right? That pipeline was shut down for 6 days. That affected half of the U.S. population. If one employee was on one, affected half of the U.S. population. Ransomware cost this country billions of dollars. In 2017, direct ransomware payments to hackers was $5 billion. In 2019, that was 11. In 2020, it was 20. See why so many criminals are into this? It's an enormous amount of money. That's just direct payments. That does not count the 190 years a day of lost productivity that I talked about. Now that I've sufficiently scared you, let me give you some things. All of this can be prevented. Every bit of it. You own a company, get a cybersecurity audit of your company. Have a third-party company come in and do that. Do not let your current IT people do it, because they're going to say that everything's great, because they're in charge of it. Be careful what you click on. I have been on that mantra for 30 years. It is no different than it was 30 years ago. Who remembers the Anna Kournikova virus? Was that Russian tennis player? That was almost 30 years ago. It's not any different today. Make sure that your systems are backed up off-site, not just in your office. Make sure there's a secure copy going online somewhere And make sure that your backup systems are running constant, not just the night before. If you get hit with ransomware at the end of the day, you can restore maybe from your backup the night before, but you're going to lose everything you did that day. How much did you get done today? How much did 100 employees get done that day? Make sure you have that type of thing. Ransomware is real. It is hitting everyone. Do not use the same password everywhere. Most people do that. If you use the same password everywhere and someone gets your password over here, they're going to hit your bank, they're going to get here, and they're going to get everything you have because you use the same password. 75% of people use the same password almost everywhere. Lastly, work with an IT company that knows what it's doing. I think I know about what it is. Okay, let me lighten things up. You know, the Spanish language, which Carlos was here, everything that's an inanimate object is either a male or female, right? You know, the ship is she, you know, something else team. And so computer guys were sitting around talking, and we were trying to determine, is the computer really a man or what? It's male or okay. So the men in my office said computers have to be female. They have to be female. There's 4 reasons why computers are female. Number 1 reason why computers are female is only their creator understands their internal logic. Number 2 reason why computers have to be female, the language they use to communicate with each other is incomprehensible to anyone else. Number 3 reason why computers are female, even the smallest mistakes are kept in long-term storage for later retrieval. And the number 4 reason why computers have to be female is as soon as you commit to one, you have to spend all this money on accessories. All right. So the women in my office got incensed by this. They said, no, computers have to be men. They have to be male. The 4 reasons why computers are actually males. In order to get their attention, you have to turn them on first. Number 2 reason why computers have to be male. They have lots of data, but they're so clueless. The number 3 reason why computers have to be male. They're supposed to solve your problem, but they usually are the problem. And wrapping it up, number 4 reason why computers have to be male is as soon as you commit to one, you realize if you'd waited just a little bit longer, you could have got a better model.
And now it's time for the evaluation. Connor? Fill out your form. Check. And now, are we ready? Yes, we are. Time for the evaluation portion of our program. Toastmaster Amy Robinson joined this club this year to grow her business skills and make new friends. All right. Please welcome Amy as our master evaluator, first time master evaluator, Amy Robinson, Toastmaster.
So, evaluating Jack Moore.
After 25 years, Carl Schultz comes back to his hometown. But when the darkness comes back to his life, he's forced to make the decision he has to have faith.
Did you get our attention? Yes. I don't know if you guys saw the email that went up. I watched that Forrest Gump gone wrong. You got our attention, you got it early. In fact, just maybe think about it. simple, fun. Like you triple negatives to hide what they really mean. Make 3 left turns to go right. Yes, sir. Yes. And you had me guessing a little bit. I was like, where's this thing going? Did you use vocal variety? Yes. Your message clear. But I blame afterwards. I think it was, I understood why you were doing what you're doing. Eye contact. Yes. Good audience awareness. Let's get a show of hands. Okay. All right. Were you comfortable with the subject matter? Yes. Were we? No. Just imagine Billy Bob practicing. Topic impactful. Say yes, but only if we all lose you. So please share with us where you're going to be doing your thing, and gladly slap down my $5 maybe center.
Yep. Go online, it's SAC Comedy Lab, August 4th, 7 p.m.
Conclusion, we wrap it up quick. I would have liked to see you do a top 10 list. I had that written down before Tim Taylor did his. It would have been a nice way for you to take this kind of weird ball of wax and make it relevant to all of us. So that would be my only thought. Thank you. All right, thank you.
She'll be evaluating Toastmasters. Good morning, Sarah Toastmasters. Isn't that a wonderful speech that Diana delivered? Yes. They use her experience as a personal story. Tell us you should always visit your elders. The language is very clear. The speech content is wonderful and vivid and uplifting. You use the eye contact with the audience, and you also engage with the audience very well. A little suggestion for you, maybe use more vocal variety and more gesture. How you deal with the elder of experience, I believe. Anyway, it is an excellent speech. We are looking forward to see you more speeches. Thank you.
Leader.
All about the travel, the way it's being transported. I actually have been to Alaska, but I enjoyed the detail of what you saw, what you heard. You achieved your goal of creating the pauses for us to be able to catch up with the humor. You know, the pauses and the props was very, very helpful. We could kind of pause in each one to have wine glass. And all of those props were really excellent, especially the fly sounds here. That was really well done. Eye contact, of course, was fantastic. We know Tim excels at that. Gestures, you know, excellent at them. And again, the smooth use of bringing the props in at the right time and swatting them while talking was really well done. As I mentioned at the beginning, you know, the painting of the picture, you're gone to Alaska, you drove from here to there, no doubt you saw beautiful scenery, so that was really nice to kind of be transported to a cooler climate, especially right now. The one thing or one suggestion I might have for you would be just to summarize at the end how your speech related to the title, how this wonderful experience and how the wonderful experience related back to life, which was the title of the speech.
your command of the language as well as your really excellent storytelling skill left us with a feeling of annoyed. You know what I mean? Annoyed. I look forward to hearing more of your speeches and more of your storytelling of your travels. Thank you.
And finally, that's all of us. We'll be evaluating.
Evaluated because people watch exactly what the speaker will do, see what I would do right there. Then we did a very good job bringing out the numbers and then pausing for the audience. Kind of, oh, what's that? To explain what it was. Also did a very good job setting back and engaging. Typically, when you're talking about tech, it's liable to get very dry and almost like you're almost unable as an audience to repeat. But the way you presented it was very terrific. And I was personally caught up in all the drama that was going. Like it was unavoidable for me. Good job bringing relevance to the topic. I got a sense of what you're looking for your students. It was clear to all and very well organized. I like the comment relief at the end. After you had us at the edge of our seat. I like that it was balanced and also like relatable to most people. The only suggestion I would make is to put a little bit more personality in appearance. I've had conversations with you, and sometimes like you laugh so much that you'll barely get the punchline out, and I think that makes it easier when it's conversational as opposed to excellent speech, and I look forward to it.
Timer. How did everyone do on their end?
Qualified. All right.
So at this time, I would like all of the evaluators. There you go. All right, and for a little bit of comment. All right, thank you. Thank you. May I see hands for Toastmaster Natalie? And lastly, for Toastmaster Justin. Thank you for raising your hand. Okay, turn around. And let's give congratulations to Toastmaster
Come on.
I'd like to call the fourth time.
All right. I'm here. I forgot to categorize the answers to the honor. Benjamin, two Anderson, James Wallace, two. Tim Linger, 5. And Taylor, 1. Dixie, 1. Ron did very well. Honor, sheer pleasure. And 102. Roy Shear, 123, Benjamin, you're ready to get pictures, 58 seconds. Linda Miller, 48 seconds. Benjamin, you said at 47 seconds. John Ricciardo, 111. Kim Lane, 49 seconds. 49 seconds. Kaufman, AD, that's Anno Domini, or area director, 41 seconds. Daniel Day Wallace, 6:37. Daniel Diane Day Douglas at 6:25. Kim the Malinger. Oh, that old one. The bell wouldn't fly around. I love that. Taylor, I don't know this, but did you notice that when in a Tim Taylor cyber speech, it contains an average of 127 statistics regarding spam every 7 minutes? That's a statistic every 3.5 seconds. You were 6:58. Dave Foundations is 228. Just squeak by. Lillian, 110. Natalie, Casey, 137. Steve, Joseph, 127. That is my report. For the day, I'll look Toastmasters under the word. Jordan Amaker, Sean Tucker, Blake Smith, thanks to the system, Roy Shear, Roy Shear, Benjamin, Ben Peter, Kim Lane, Christine Paul, Daniel Dave Paul, Diane Goetz, Andy Robin, Dressed, growing two, Marshall, Don Tucker, Roy. What? Quote Al Pacino in reference to the comment, you're out of order, you're out of order, the whole place out of order. As for the actual grammarian report, Alex McGriff, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, like Art Shear, love of money is the root of all evil. I always thought it was women. $10 bring back the death. I think it's actually sent off to end some people in some parts of town. $50 to attend a priceless meeting. Primnesia, that is far better than the word of the day. That is the word ever. That is fantastic. Dan Wallace, ministering to the leopard, loved it. Worked no second days, loved it. Daniel Day, personally, I'm a fan of inappropriate humor, language, anything. Several years ago, it was explained to me in this very room by somebody that I won't point out. This club has higher standards than I do, and we have to really stretch to maintain those. So please keep that in mind, everybody, while you're writing your speeches, giving your speeches. Just keep it way up here. Tim Linger, accidental cat story was fantastic. You're not invited back to Skinny Richards. I bet you're actually not invited back to the post office either. Tim Taylor, 120 billion spam per day. That can't be right. I get at least half that myself. And the other tip on the password, not using the same password for everything. They still tell me not to use the word password. That's the most common password. Running commercials about one employee opening one email, as Daniel Day would say, weren't no second day. Nate Bow, I know my Angelina left Billy Bob, don't we all? Natalie, you know what I mean? Fantastic. Everybody, great meeting, fantastic use of everything, tremendous.
Sam, thanks for bringing the supplies, and Taylor, you'll forever be known in my heart as the Staminator. Thank you.
All right, Toastmasters. Time to go. All right.
Do I need to qualify for everything?
Okay, all right. Table topics, runner up. Linda Miller. Amanda Yarborough. Amanda Nicole. Winner, Jim Blanchard. Mr. Chairman. Jim Taylor. Thanks, everybody. Now it's time to turn it back over to our president, team president, PTM, Blake Smith.
Thank you, Charlie. We're killing it on time because these three right up here, let's give them a round of applause. So, we have a fun award. And I think for the first time ever, we've got to do an honorable mention and a winner. Got an honorable mention to speaker number 3, half a glass of wine, fish stories, skinny rich, and splash water at the mailbox. Club runner-up, Tim Linger. But the winner, the true fun and fun award winner is going to be Miss Prime Leisure herself. That was awesome. We didn't. Oh, it was him. I had it down as Linda. And the amnesia award goes to GTM. That's right. It was Debbie that has prime name. My bad. Oh, my bad. Okay. And we do have time. So we have an opportunity for guest comments from our area director. Good to see you too, Benjamin. Would you like to bring the word for the district?
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters. I don't know if any this is a fantastic crowd. Your energy is so high. You're so welcoming. I really felt engaged in what's going on. Some fabulous awards and trophies for everyone. Things I've never seen done before at a different club. Really great time. I appreciate being here. I do want to remind you, everyone here, all Toastmasters are invited to attend Toastmasters Leadership Institute, which is this Sunday from 12:30 to 12 to 5:30, something like that. The link is on the District 84 website to sign up, and then you'll get the agenda, which has great opportunities for learning sessions. All officers need to attend in order to be trained on the role. If you can't make it on Sunday, there's the last opportunity on Wednesday from, I believe, it's 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. It's free. So it's a great time to learn about moments of truth or how to run a fantastic speech contest, all sorts of topics that will be interesting to everyone. If you're curious about an officer role, that's how to find out. If you ever wanted to do something, find out what a secretary does, find out what a treasurer does, take over from President Blake something.
the training?
It's all online virtual, so very easy, and you go to which sessions you want. You don't have to go to the whole thing. Once you get the agenda, you see the times, you get the Zoom link, and you just go in and have fun with it. Hope to see all of you there, and I really appreciate you having me here today. I look forward to again. Thank
Here's one officer, check your email for me. You got the links on that. Spencer, would you like to speak? Yes. See you next fall.
Here is the speaker who are
I got to go along with that. He ain't lying. Okay. Next. Wait. Before I forget, I've got a unique opportunity. All these functionaries are in the room. Toastmaster next week, Toastmaster Steve Joseph. You have been summarily reminded. Table topics, Toastmaster Amy Robinson next week. And our master evaluator next week, Toastmaster Ben Hughes. All right, you've all been notified. I will send out an email reminder, but who other than Jordan had to announce? But Toastmaster Mark Sherry.
I'll be quick. So many of you may know that I worked with Orlando Element last year and a half. I have not advocated here. And admissions, inpatient, COVID positive are the worst ever. I get a detailed report every single day. Just 3 days ago, there was 44 patients that were admitted because of COVID. It's almost 400 just 2 days later. The slope is far more worse than it was 1 year ago in July. So take it for real, be cautious on the week that.
The 13 things your Uncle Floyd never taught you about engaging an audience, non-covidious nanosecond attention. I will be presenting. I hope.
Thank you. Thank you. So
The report on COVID, the ones that, the vaccination, the people who were vaccinated. They're still that.
well, I hope everyone had a great time. We had some very unusual speeches today. It's not often that we go from a killer to a dead body to rotting salmon in the same presentation day. And then we went to ransomware. It was great. So we all learned, and I was almost watching Toastmaster Funk in the back of the room imitate Unit 6413 and the subject of Technicolor yawns over there. So it was pretty cool. So we've done everything but the thought of the day. And it's not on the agenda here. Supposed to be Sean Wyden, but. Excuse me. Big minor. Are you big minor?
Waiting for another program.
There you go.
The mentee evaluates the mentor. We have come full circle right there. You know what I mean? I was scared to answer. Well, I want to scare everybody, but then I thought, I don't want to walk out because I'm scared. Like that. That, you know, the funny thing was, I gave similar speech to that. And I wasn't very good yet. I'm good now, but I'm getting better. And I ran out of time. I was trying to tell those jokes on the red light. I was flipping the light on and off because I was so overtired. I knew I was just qualified. So I just kept hurrying through the jokes and it just fine. And so this time I said, I'm going to make this work. Yeah. We don't have any chance. So, yeah, absolutely.